Okay guys, welcome to another build video. I'm going to be doing Raynor today, and part of the reason I'm doing Raynor, even though he is honestly very easy to play, is if you're either new to the game or someone even playing in my tier, which is silver and gold, he's actually not a bad pickup. And I'll be honest, I need to play 2 games as StarCraft Hero. So this will only get 1 done, but it'll make it a little easier. I thought about doing Zeratul because I haven't played Zeratul in a while, but I feel like this would be a good introduction to a very easy hero that's actually deceptively strong. That does not mean he's necessarily good or top tier. His abilities are fairly simple. On his Q, you have basically a knockback on a 12-second cooldown. This is your only survivability besides Inspire, which grants attack speed to self and allies, and also you can talent into movement speed. Then he has a self-heal on his E that you can actually have it be activatable, but it actually heals you for 440 health and you're below 30 health, so be very careful. This is something that will not save you from a Leaming Orb. One of the best things about him is he's able to stand very far back and do a lot of damage. And I got all the way here and realized since I just recorded another video, I didn't do my intro. So, hi guys, I'm Doomsday. Welcome to another video, and now you've heard all of his stuff. He has 2 heroics. He's got Hyperion, which I like a lot more. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but people really think it does, so they actually spread out, and it does great siege damage. Raynor's Raiders used to be really good. It does 43 damage in last 22 seconds, and you can actually reactivate it to target the Banshees. Unfortunately, they nerfed the damage. It doesn't do a lot, and they're able to be focused and killed, so I'm probably going to be going Hyperion. His talents and a lot of his abilities haven't really changed. I mean, there's not, you know, Kyle Ferguson on Into the Nexus really likes to give me more. I always go Seasoned Marksman because I really feel my whole job as the assassin on the team is just to deal damage. So you're going to see me go for this and pretty much go for all damage all the time, unless there's a reason for me to go for something like Give Me More, which would heal me for 660 instead of 440. So we'll see. See you guys in the Nexus. Ooh, boy. Come on, Nova. Come on, Vala. There we go. Okay, so perfect example of a team that I'm going to go for more healing talents. I'm facing up against a Nova, Karazim, Kerrigan, Tracer, and a Sergeant Hammer. On my team, I have a Vala, myself, Karazim, Nova, and Samuro. I'm going to give me more. Then probably at level 4, I'm going to go for basic attacks, heal me.
Commencing in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for very much a healing build just because I don't have a tank. I wouldn't be surprised if they all group on their Sergeant Hammer, to be perfectly honest. That's what I would do. So as you can see, guys, I'm never going to stop moving because that's why. That's a clone. So I'm going to play super passively, guys. I'm actually going to be rotating. Typically, I'd stay in a lane.
Enemy slain.
And really, I'm trying to actually work on, it's called stutter stepping. Basically, it is when you attack move. Sorry, got distracted by the ping. Basically, it's when you attack move, it allows you to, technically doesn't allow you to do more attacks, but technically it allows you to maximize the number of attacks you make and allows you to move while doing so. I am horrible at it. And that's because I overcomplicated it. Good to know. I haven't seen their hammer. I've seen their hammer. That can't... Nah, I was going to say, that can't be the real one. Okay, I have full health and still have my self-heal, so I'm not too worried. And... Haha! I can trade with you, girl. You know that, right?
Well, that was
Okay.
rather entertaining.
So, I'm actually going to contradict myself. I'm not going to go for the self-heal, and that's really because... so there's two ways of playing, really. Can you kill the person before they can kill you? If so, you are basically technically self-healing yourself. So basically, my goal here is to, when Kerrigan jumps on me, focus her until I can just basically melt her down. Oh boy, he went damage. Now, I actually empower my Karazim's damage. Because every time I do this, he gains an attack speed bonus. And that Kerrigan is not very good. So I'm okay with her. I'm going to try putting on a clinic. Basically, gives me cooldown reduction every time a minion dies around me.
Killing blow.
Which on a small map like this, I think will actually help. Okay. I'm really just trying it. I've never tried it before, guys. This tier isn't exactly great. Typically, I go Revolution Overdrive to gain the movement speed.
This should be good.
But I like the ability cooldown. I mean, and you may be wondering, like, he doesn't have a lot of cooldowns. You know, why do you care? But it allows me to basically have my stun up more often. Oh, no. Sorry. Wrong ping. So he doesn't have mana problems, so you really should never have your Inspire off cooldown. And I'm just, you know, I'm not doing anything fancy here, guys. This is why I highly suggest, if you're someone who doesn't necessarily enjoy playing the more complicated heroes, this is why I highly suggest Raynor. I'm actually going to clear the way for my wave here. Typically, I would save that, but since we have a 2-level lead, and I'm going to get cooldowns from putting on a clinic. Now, the places that put on a clinic wouldn't really work is very large maps. Since this is an exceptionally large map, it's only 2 lanes. I'm not worried. Gonna go Hyperion. Now, this could be absolutely be an argument for going with Raynor's Raiders, especially with the Kerrigan. However, I want to basically zone their whole team out and give the Dragonite more pushing power. And typically I don't do this solo mentality. This is actually, I would normally say this is bad, but because again 3-level lead, I still haven't used my adrenaline rush. I still haven't used my adrenaline rush, so I'm not worried about taking too much damage. And if they don't react to our Dragonite, they basically, you know, lose the game. I don't know why he's not going middle. We could have just pushed in. But since he's going bottom, I'm going to go help with that push. I've basically cleared out that wave. And as you can probably see, Oh, I'm not top, but I'm pretty close on XP. I'm not going to waste Hyperion here because Fort's basically already dead.
Glorious.
And this is a necessarily a bad example because I'm making it technically look easy, like, you know, I'm having this profound impact on the game. This really isn't me having the profound impact on the game. Like, I'm not even really doing much. You know, as you can see, like, you know, I just sent Hyperion in there to basically save some health on our Dragon Knight.
A killing blow. Double kill.
Small stun on the knockback, was able to secure it. I was actually worried I was going to knock her out of the ultimate by the
Keep destroyed.
I'm actually going double barreled. Now the reason I'm going double barreled is because of the amount of stuns on someone like a Kerrigan. Also helps with camps. Oh, never mind. They want to go in. Now again, double barreled isn't necessarily always the one you want to go. If they had a little bit of a tankier hero, I would have gone for Giant Killer. But especially with the Sergeant Hammer, Kerrigan, etc. Oh my gosh.
Double kill.
Okay. Need to back up just because I don't have a lot of mana here.
Mayhem. Enemy slain.
Oh, I'm out of mana. Oh. Okay. I'm going to retreat to safety, and I'm not going there to Hearth. Seems like a death trap. Actually, I can just... That's really rude. I mean, technically he's not wrong, but, you know, don't ever say that, guys. It's just not worth it. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to take care of this camp. Technically, I am not a jungling hero. Both double-barreled, I can actually do a lot of work here. So double-barreled is also a good one against something like an ETC, who you'd be worried about a lot of his CC. Oh, I'm coming. Gonna give her an attack speed buff. He really shouldn't have been doing that. If you're Vala, please don't jungle by yourself. That is just dumb, to be perfectly honest. Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Double kill.
Yeah, no, sorry. Actually, the miss was planned, guys. That was all according to plan. I'm actually going to come around this way. I have the damage, and I definitely have the sustain to fight through. Oh, she left.
Well done.
I was actually hoping to hit him before the palm went off. Basically, if you see a... And it's hard for me because I just auto-attack. But if you see a Kerosene go for that kind of palm, you just back up. Just don't deal him any damage. And like I said, you know, it's hard for me to do because, you know, I don't. Gonna go for the double stun. So now basically my double round of penetrating round actually stuns the first target it hits. Good kill on the Sergeant Hammer, which is really their only hope of winning this game. Are we just that greedy, or do we want to go core? I guess... Oh, boy.
was rather entertaining.
Oh, I died.
Your killing
But as you can see, the double barrel actually came in handy, gave me a lot of damage. Nope, not going to say anything. Game's going fine, but really what we should have done is gone core. There was really no reason to split our damage. I'm going to point at the screen like you guys can see my finger. There's really no reason to try to take this keep. It really doesn't do us any good and actually end up splitting our team. And as you can see, Samaro's kind of broken. And I don't really know what Sergeant Hammer hopes to accomplish here. Now, Tracer, on the other hand, is a fantastic counter to Samaro. Not saying our Samaro is actually particularly good. So, he has a 70% win rate and a 98% pick rate. So, the fact this guy has died 3 times, which isn't bad. I mean, look at his stats. He's first in everything. But he hasn't particularly been impressive. It's been more kind of like a, hey, you have a broken... Oh... You have a broken hero, so you win the game kind of thing. So they got absolutely nothing for that play. I mean, it was a good play by the Nova. Really takes it away from us, but it doesn't actually do her team any good. Just gonna run.
Enemy slain.
Not cool, boo.
Double kill.
Not cool. Ah!
Triple kill.
Okay. Ooh, boy, that was stressful. Gonna focus the same hero as her just to focus him down faster. No reason to split the damage. I have 10 seconds on my heal, so there's no reason for me to go back. They have 3 down, so really we should just push with this camp. Or really, if you're playing quick match, really just get the Dragon Knight. There is no reason to split. I'm just getting the orb. There's really no reason to make your life any harder than it has to be. So just get the Dragon Knight. I'm gonna save one just in case someone tries to gank us. And as you can see, thanks to globe changes, I'm now actually about to full health. So now I'm just going to protect mid. I'm going to shoot Kerrigan. And I'm going to shoot that guy. And as you can see, like, I've only done 16,000 damage, so, you know. Well, it feels good to, you know. Well, it feels good to be like, oh yeah, this is totally my win here.
Well done.
And now I move to the other side. And GG. And I almost forgot. Oh, I ruined my video.
Victory.
Oh no. Yeah.
MVP.
Good job, Bella. Now this is where I really wish I had my own URL, because you notice I have to put user in between, which feels bad. It takes forever to get to. People don't want to type all that in. Aw, he didn't even make the screen. Now I feel bad. Karazim, if you mean you may find my channel and may watch this and ignore the thing where all this text came up. My default's to that screen, and I don't know why. But if you found my channel, you did a good job. So as you can see, like, my damage, I mean, I was least on my team. Really what I was able to do, I don't know what Headhunter is. I actually forgot to look at what I got. So if you guys know, let me know, because I don't remember what that does. But as you can see, I mean, I beat out their team. I mean, which isn't surprising. We won 33-12 in 15 minutes. So this is going to be a short video. But I was able to do meaningful damage. The stun was helpful. It did a significant chunk of their damage. So it's actually kind of fun if you guys want to go for a penetrating ground build. And if you guys are interested, let me know. I can actually do a build of that. It's not ever bad. It's just not necessarily good. So I kind of went for a weird build that I don't normally do, but it was kind of tailored to what we were dealing with. Give me more, basically, so I could dual Kerrigan. I could deal with Nova. I mean, you saw at the end she got me really low, but because of my adrenaline rush, I was able to throw out Hyperion, kite to the other side of the core, and stay alive. Then I went focus attack at level 4. I didn't want to go for the heal because this basically functions as a defensive talent. I'm able to do 16% additional damage every 10 seconds. And then basic attacks basically reduce this cooldown, which I need to double check. I believe my Inspire gives me an attack speed bonus, but I actually don't remember. We'll look in a second. And then I went putting on the clinic at level 7. Whenever an enemy minion you have recently damaged is destroyed, your ability cooldowns are reduced by 1.5 seconds. Which is honestly really nice. I would assume this stacks so you can reduce your abilities that much more. Really, part of the reason I did that is I have a Karazim and a Vavala. Even necessarily Nova and Samaru, I basically had an all auto attack team. And I mean, as you can see, like, he's broken currently. I think he needs minor tweaks, but when I get 15,000 gold, I'll happily play him for you guys. And maybe show you how he's supposed to be played, maybe not. Argument could have been made for Raynor's Raiders to deal with Nova, deal with Kerrigan and Tracer, not necessarily Tracer, and even not necessarily Sergeant Hammer, which is why I went Hyperion. This was the zoning, because Sergeant Hammer has to siege up and be in one spot. So me and Nova were able to take advantage of that with very well-placed Hyperion on my part, and well-placed precision strikes on her part. And I was worried with one of my penetrating rounds that I was actually going to knock her out of that damage. But I actually knocked her out of her thrusters, I believe, which ended up working out. I went double-barreled at 13. This is really only if you're worried about getting jumped a lot, because the thing about Raynor is I only do a lot of damage when I am stationary. Technically, if you do the attack move thing, the stutter stepping, you're able to move and attack. But, you know, he's not like Tracer. I'm not constantly moving. So this allowed me to stun Tracer, or, excuse me, knock back Tracer. Typically, this messes up most players that are my tier. Typically, I'm assuming if you're watching me, you're that tier as well, because then they're forced to... usually they're in the middle of an ability or something's going on, like I'm able to interrupt triple tap based on this, even if it doesn't necessarily stun her, because it is a channel. Then at level 16, I went bullseye, because now I can actually stun someone for 1 second, and I can do that twice, and I can do that more when minions are being killed. Now, again, if you have a really good tank, and I don't need to focus on getting other heroes, because I'm going to talk about his talents. Oh, and his Inspire, oh yes, it does give me an attack speed bonus as well. And nearby allies gain half of the bonus of 15%, but that's great with your entire team, especially if you couple it, and I promise I'm going to go back to Raynor. If you couple it with the fact that when he uses his Deadly Reset, it increases... If you couldn't tell, I'm tired. But basically increases his attack speed and attack range by 100%, so I can add an additional 15% on. He went for Iron Fists. I don't know why. He's our healer. I guess he assumed he needed the damage, but I wouldn't have done that. But anyway, it's fine. We won. Who cares? So what you could also do, if you definitely have a good tank like Johanna, anybody basically to keep you from getting focused, always go Seasoned Marksman. But any point control maps you should give me more. Dragonshire, even necessarily like a Curse Hollow, really big map. You're not going to be, in theory, having as much time to kill minions. Yes, you can do it, but this talent's a lot harder to do now. So basically, anytime you think you're going to need to stand in one spot and not go back to your lanes, this is the better talent. Level 4, if you're wanting to do the penetrating round build, Confident Aim actually is a lot of fun. I mean, I didn't get as much use out of the focus attack, so I think I probably should have gone Confident Aim, and that would actually have been a lot of fun. Relentless Leader is actually really good. I just didn't think I'd be stunned or rooted besides Kerrigan. But this is really awesome, and I could have used it against the Kerrigan, because basically when I get stunned, it actually pushes everybody away and reduces the cooldown of my Adrenaline Rush, which has a cooldown of 40 seconds, so basically reduces it to 25. Now, yes, this can only happen every 8 seconds, but basically if you can walk into two... I know this sounds kind of weird, but basically if you can absorb either a root or a stun... And by the way, a root is like Malfurion roots. if you can do it twice in a total of 16 seconds, you basically don't have a cooldown anymore on your heal. Vigorous Assault is really good if you feel like you're going to be doing a lot of laning and you feel like you're going to need this to stay alive. Stacks really well with Seasoned Marksman. Level 7, Hamstring Shot's also really good, especially if you're going for that build I was talking about of the penetrating round. Revolution Overdrive is also really awesome, but that's only if you assume your team's going to be clumped up. My team kind of did, but I kind of assumed we'd be a little more spread out, and I did. If I was having to run, I was going to be chased down, so that would have been pointless. Fight or Flight, I can actually activate my Adrenaline Rush and grant myself basically resistance to damage, which is really nice. I went for putting on a Clinic just because it was, even though it's a 3-land map, really it feels like 2 because they're so close together. So I felt like I'd be around the minions a lot, especially with the if we get the Dragon Knight, or even if I'm around the points that you need to capture to get the Dragon Knight. Level 10, these are, I mean, Hyperion's better. It doesn't do very much damage at all, but just the zoning potential, and it just does a ton of siege damage to structures. Raynor's Raiders used to be a lot better. They nerfed the damage, and I feel like they can be targeted too easily. I don't like any ultimates that can be targeted. Those feel really bad and feel like I'm basing my ultimate on the enemy team skill rather than one that actually kept me alive when I went for that Merc camp at the bottom of the map. And then at level 13, if you're going up against like a Diablo, Johanna, anybody who has a high health pool, even a Nazmodan, Giant Killer is the way to go. I went double barreled because it's flat out more fun, and allowed me to basically keep Tracer away, keep Kerrigan away, even to an extent knock Hammer out of range to be able to attack us, because she doesn't get graduating range until level 16. I've never used Still Resolve because it's not very good. Now, if on my team, this could have been really nice. I could have been increasing the duration of all of our attack speed, but this is personal opinion. This is a win more talent. If you're already winning and your fights are going well, this allows you to really push your advantage. So keep that in mind. That also your Adrenaline Rush, which is when you're losing health, which can be coupled with Relentless Leader, can really allow you to keep up the advantage. I don't like it, so don't pick it. Level 16, Executioner is really nice if you have anybody who slows, anybody who roots, anytime you're going to be able to disable someone. And I really like the fact they actually put this at the same talent tier as a stun, so you can't self-activate this. Now, Cluster Round is cool because it does increase damage by the number of people you hit and increases the width. But it's also not very good. Basically, guys, if your options, I mean, if you want to go full damage, you'll have fun with this. And if you ask me to, I will go with this talent. So 10 people who are subscribing, I need you to comment. Because if you want me to go Cluster Round and do another video, I absolutely can. Now, these are only coming out once a week, so if you want it out faster, have your friends subscribe. But Bullseye is just better. Anytime you have the option between a stun and more damage, again, it's the win more thing. Now, I say that, but it's if you're, when I did my Gazebo Toads build, I was able to get a ton of value out of the Toads who suck because everybody was running at us. So I was able to just spray them and get a ton of damage. This game, only person able to hit is Kerrigan, and yes, it can really delay her, but then I'm only doing an additional 20% damage on this ability, rather than being able to stun her and do damages with my auto attacks that already hit pretty hard. Then at level 20, Scorched Earth is cool. Again, this is if you are winning and you need to push harder. It's really good with the Punisher. It's really good with the Dragon Knight. Dusk Screams is cool because the Banshees remain stealth, so they're harder to hit. I still don't like it. Whenever a hero dies or is killed, same thing. The cooldown of your heroic ability is reduced by 15 seconds. This is not worth it because your heroic is not game changing. Nexus Frenzy should be always the way you go, and I understand Bolt the Storm's really good, but this couples really well if you need additional health because you hit 20%, or you attack 20% faster and from a greater range. So if you're going something like Seasoned Marksman into Vigorous Assault or even Focus Attack, it's going to be better. If you're having to use Bolt, that pretty much means you're not having a really good front line. So it's not good. This is what I'm saying. Don't pick it. It's not good. It's not good on Raynor. unlike a Thrall or someone else who needs to really be close into the fight. I mean, I already have 20% further range than other ranged heroes, and I have more vision, so I'm hitting from 30% farther away. And actually, just to give you a good example of what this means, I'm going to go into try mode real fast just to show you basically what his basic attack range is, and then show you what happens when I go with Nexus Frenzy. I won't normally do this, but I really want to show you guys why Bolt is broken, but this is just better for Raynor. So it really doesn't matter what we go here. I say that and then I spend time picking my talents. Fudge.
Choose a talent.
So I should have not picked that. I apologize. Okay, so this is how far I can attack from. Anywhere in here I can attack from. Now let's do Nexus Frenzy. This is how much further you can attack from. I was right here. Now I'm able to attack from pretty much back here. This is a huge, huge boon, because now I'm a whole minion wave away. And it's basically the range of my Q. Just waiting for the cooldown to oh, why don't I just do this? So see how long this is? This is basically the range you're going to have. This is why I highly suggest you guys going for something like Nexus Frenzy. If you enjoyed me kind of jumping in and showing you why certain talents are better than others, I would have just done it in game, but unfortunately we hadn't gotten to level 20 yet. But if you enjoy me kind of jumping in and also showing you some of these variations and also why certain talents are better than others, please let me know. I am Doomsday. This is another one of my build videos. Peace out, guys. I will see you in the Nexus. My gamer tag, my Battle.net ID is Doomsday hashtag. I hate saying hashtag 1509. So, if you want to friend me, please do. I'll see you guys in the next one.